Yo, 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 this is Ruiz coming in live. How's everyone doing? Shit, man, I haven't done a video in a while. Today is October 19th. It is 1:21 a.m. and I'm chilling in my room like always. Just been thinking, and I decided to make this video about consistency. So, what I gotta say about consistency, man? Like, just a lot of people have dreams, man. A lot of people have goals. A lot of people have things they want to do in this world. And the only reason why they get a little discouraged and they tend to give up quick is because it doesn't happen fast enough. It doesn't happen as quick as I thought it happened. But to all those people out there that are like that and just getting discouraged because something doesn't happen fast enough, just just know that the only way it's gonna happen is if you stay consistent. And it's not gonna happen fast. Like I've noticed, over the past few days, like I could stay consistent, but there's other days where I don't. I don't tend to work on my craft and work on what I have to do. And if you stay consistent, that means that you're working on it every single day. You're working on it as much as you can. And if you've been looking at my last videos, one of the videos talks about how like we tend to work on our goal or our dreams for like 30 minutes, probably less, like 10 minutes, and we just stop, and we get to a job and we tend to be able to work full time. We work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and we're able to manage that. And I was talking about how um, we tend to put these jobs before our goals and stuff like that. And that's really true about how much time we're really putting into our goals. And you just gotta realize that not a lot of people are that passionate about their goal to work on them for 8 full hours, or to work on them for four full hours, because that's what we tend to do with these jobs. Like we go to work, we work for 8 hours in a day, and then we go home. But could you work 8 hours on your goal, 8 hours on your dream? And the answer is no. But that shit's hard, yo. Like I've tried doing that shit, and it's hard as fuck. Trying to work 8 hours on drawing, or 8 hours on trying to practice whatever you want to do. It gets hard, especially if you're not used to it. Like these jobs, we work so much that we get used to it. So I feel like over time, we're gonna get used to working 8 hours on our dreams. So don't lose hope, man. Don't lose hope, and stay consistent. Like it doesn't matter if you don't work 8 hours on your goal. It doesn't matter if you work 4 hours on your goal. What matters is that if you stay consistent. If you stay consistent on your goal, then that means that you're always gonna make progress. It doesn't matter how little or big the progress is. What matters is that you make progress. Now just know that the longer you take and less time you practice, the longer it's gonna take. It's gonna unfold a lot later. Just a lot later. Just know that. So I mean, it all depends on how fast you really want it. People want it fast, so if you really want it that fast, then work on your goal for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week with only 30 minutes of break, like we do at these jobs. And you'll see that you start to get semi-fast results. You know, people want fast results, but I mean that's the only way to get fast results if you train longer. But sad reality is that we don't train that long, and we tend to give up quick. So you know, I'm not telling you guys to work 8 full hours straight on your goals. What I'm telling you is stay consistent, because consistency and patience is key to everything. If you stay consistent, no matter how long you do it, you just know that you're gonna get something out of it. So it's been trippy, man. Like there's been a few days where I haven't worked on my goal. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's been a few days where I've been off and just like my mind's been on other shit. And it's I'm realizing that on those days that I didn't work, on those days that I didn't work on my goal, I didn't get closer to my goal at all. I actually got, I would say, farther away, but at the same time, it's like I'm probably just parked somewhere. Like your dream is it's over here and you're on your way towards your dream. You're driving towards it, right? But you're only driving towards it if you're working and practicing. But if you don't practice and if you're not working on it, you're just parked. You're parked on the side of the street, and others is just driving past you, and you're just not doing anything. It's like you're parked, you're not getting anywhere, and that's how I was. I was just parked on the side of the street. I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't driving towards my goal. I wasn't practicing to get towards my goal, and that's the thing. Like you got to realize that if you sit and don't do anything, you just parked on the side of the road and watching other cars just speed past you, drive by you, getting past you. And that's the thing. Time is ticking all the time. Time is going by as we speak right now. And at the end of the day, it's up to me if I really want to stay consistent or not. It's up to me if I really want to keep going or stay parked on the side of the road while others just drive past me. Because nobody's gonna pull over and be like, yo, keep going, bro. You got this. Keep going, man. Everyone's just in their own lane, just driving by and just doing their own thing. And a lot of people are parked also. A lot of people are just parked on the side of the road, just chilling. A lot of people are just not following their dreams and just waiting for it to happen. But just know that if you stay consistent and if you at least practice 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, you're getting closer, man. You just so don't give up on yourself. Don't feel bad because you can't fucking train for 8 full hours, because neither can I. And it's hard at the beginning, but just know that with practice and with consistency, you're gonna be able to practice for 8 full hours or 4 full hours, because everything takes time, man. Like that first, I remember, the first time I got a full-time job, that shit was hard as fuck. Like I was drained as fuck. I wasn't able to hold it down. I was like, damn, when the fuck is this gonna be over? But um, after a while, I was able to manage it. I was able to work 8 hours. I was able to get home and not be tired, or I was able to not complain like I was complaining the first few weeks. I noticed that I wasn't complaining after a while, and that's because I started getting used to that shit. So don't get used to fucking your job and don't get used to working on your goals. Get used to working on those goals so damn much that when you work on your goals, you can work on them for hours. You can work on them for just, as much time as you really want to. Because the only reason you're not really doing that practice and putting in that work is because you're just not used to it. Straight up, you're not used to it. Anything you're not used to, you're not going to be able to do it at first. And so don't feel discouraged just because you can't train for 8 hours or 4 hours. So at least train for like 30 minutes, at least train for 10 minutes. Like it doesn't matter how long you train as long as you do it, as long as you put in some work and you get a level ahead You know, the goal is to get better than who you were yesterday. And if you didn't get better than who you were yesterday, then you know you're staying behind. And I've noticed that I wasn't getting better than the person I was yesterday. You know, I was just sitting there not doing anything, and I wasn't perfecting my craft. And that's what you gotta do. Just perfect it and just keep going, because you know after a while you're gonna realize that you are gonna be able to do it. But the only way you could do it is if you stay consistent. If if you keep doing what you gotta do. So if you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have something that you want to accomplish, you gotta wake up every morning and work on it. Wake up every single day and work on it. Work on it every single day, because it's not gonna come to you if you just take breaks like for 4 days and then start working on it again 4 days later, and then again 4 days later. It's like, I mean, it might happen, but it's gonna take a lot longer. And people tend to get discouraged, or they tend to give up when shit takes a long time. So if you want it to happen fast, you know, the only way it's gonna happen fast is if you train longer. So, you know, the faster you want it to happen, you just gotta train longer and you gotta train harder. So just keep that in mind. Just know that the harder you train, the harder you practice, the more you're getting out of it, the more um, perfection is gonna come, because you know everything takes practice. And if you're not practicing, then that just means you're not getting better. Practice makes perfection, so you just got to keep practicing and you got to keep going. And you know, if you want to take longer, then go ahead, practice every other day, practice every week, practice every weekend only, practice only on your days off. You know, if you want to take long as fuck, then do that. Go ahead, by all means, do that. But if you want this goal to happen as soon as possible, then you just got to know that you got to keep going and you got to keep practicing, because no one else is going to tell you to train. No one else is going to train for you. You got to do that training yourself. You got to put in that time. You got to set the time aside to actually do it. So if you're watching this tonight, you know, um, make sure you set some time tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day to actually fucking practice. Don't just practice for 30 minutes and expect to fucking make it tomorrow or the next day. Like, fucking, you gotta practice 30 minutes every single day to even get some type of progression going on. So just keep going, man. Just keep practicing, and remember, the more you train, the faster it's gonna happen. People like fasting. That's what everyone likes nowadays. They want it fast, like that, you know. But nothing's ever gonna come fast if it's really worth it, you know. And if you do want it to come faster than you expect to, then just put in that work. Try to train for 4 hours every single day, and we'll see how fast you get there. You know, try to train 8 hours a day, and try to see how fast you get there. But just know that even training 8 hours, it takes a long time. So just imagine how long it's gonna take if you train for 10 minutes or if you train for 30 minutes. Just imagine how longer it's gonna take. If it takes a long fucking time, if it takes 5 years to make some progress and you're training for 8 hours, just imagine how long it's gonna take if you're training for 10 minutes or if you're training for 30 minutes. Just imagine, you know, like shit takes time. It takes a lot of time. So just keep going, guys. Shit takes time. And just know that shit's not gonna happen if you just sit there, or if you just procrastinate, or if you just wait 4 days to go by and you don't do shit. Cause you know nothing's gonna happen if you don't practice. So all I gotta say, guys, is stay consistent, stay practicing every single day, every day, no days off. I don't care. I don't care how tired you are. No days off. If you really want to accomplish this goal, you're gonna take this advice and you're actually gonna train for as long as you can, because just know that The only way it's gonna happen is if you train and put in that work. So hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys valued what I had to say and not just see this video and not do anything about it as soon as you stop watching this. Like, I want you guys, as soon as you stop watching this video, go train on your goal. As soon as you stop watching this video, go do what you have to do for at least 30 minutes, at least an hour, man. Please just do it, because you're gonna thank yourself. Like, don't thank me, you're gonna thank yourself for doing this shit. Like, I'm just doing this because I'm a nice person and I want people to succeed, but at the end of the day, no one's gonna really remind you to fucking train or to stay consistent. So watching this video might be a blessing for you, because just know that people aren't gonna tell you. So after you finish watching this video, man, you better go fucking train. You better go train, and if you don't, if you're busy, if you got something to do after this, then make sure you set a schedule. Make sure you set some time aside and make sure you train. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you. And I'm not gonna fucking hold you by the hand and shit and be like, yo, did you train? Yo, did you fucking stay consistent? No, I'm not. After this video, you probably won't see me. I'm not gonna be able to remind you after this video. Once this video stops, it's all on you after that. Peace.